My other box is located at a secret off-site facility in which car repair happens. Are my two boxes taking refuge over here. So we have my smaller service cart and then my roll cart. Now these are the carts that I would have at work making me money. These are smaller than what I have at home, but the quality of the tools is much better. Alright, so this as a service cart I would use to roll up to like brake jobs. So I have pretty much like brake job stuff and extra storage stuff that I could not fit in this roll cart. I just have my big pliers, I've got like some tie downs, tools for pushing back for retracting caliper pistons, 1714 zero offset wrench for like Japanese brake jobs. And then I just have a digital caliper as well as a tool for retracting brake pads again. Down below I just have miscellaneous stuff like grease, brake fluid, and all my hardware, that kind of thing. So yeah, I would just roll this up and it's just a nice little workstation. So on the side of my cart, I just have all my fluids, dielectric grease, thread locker, soapy water. I also have my picks here just to occupy that space. We got tool oil, all that kind of stuff. Opposite of that, I have all my equipment. So I have my chair, which is kind of being crushed and covered. But I have my little glove dispenser. I have a magnet that I drilled through to attach here. These are used as spacers. That is a spacer for like installing studs or putting on a lug nut to hold a rotor on, that kind of thing. And then below that I have my power station. And then I have my additional shelf. I usually keep all my stuff in this little cubby area, and then anything that I'm working on or just extra stuff up here. So back against this shelf, I just keep my magnetic stuff, magnet trays, magnetic tool, different bits and attachments for quick access. I have my like inspection kind of tools. This is like my quick reference area for things that I just need to grab like right then and there to measure something, take a peek at something, etc. Alright, in my top drawer inside I have like smaller pry bars. All along here we have extension bars, grabber tools. I have my roll gear, nice bit driver here. And then these are all my drive tools, or longer tools. Some of these won't fit in the compartments below. So we got my Milwaukee. This is a must-have for any technicians. Just got my Craftsman pry bar, big boy. This is the probably most important tool in here, my 3/8 ratchet, swivel head. It's well used, I like that. And we got my torque wrench, of course. Smaller range torque wrench. This is, I think the lowest, yeah, 5 to 75. Obviously all my sockets. So we have 1/2-inch drive. These are kind of like specialties. So we have Phillips flathead, spark plug sockets, Torx. These are like big, but these are mainly like my lug nut sockets. So we got 22, 21, 19. 17 should probably be up there, but whatever. And then we have 3/8 drive sockets, impact. And we have 1/4-inch drive sockets, swivel sockets, and then each attachment respectively is on each side. Off in this side, this is like my small office tool area. More or less, I got like my safety glasses, I got pens, spare smaller tools, hood prop tool, or the for blown hood struts, I should say, to help support that. And then just extension bars, blowgun, utility knife. These are all like things that are used very frequently. Over here we just have smaller screwdrivers. This is a pretty interesting tool, right? It's like a little seal removal tool. This has many uses for getting under hoses and that kind of thing. Got like scraper, panel tool, that kind of thing. Also, this is where my magnet is. So up here are really commonly used tools that I need all the time. Usually things that I need right now. So this is like my miscellaneous drawer. I just have larger, bulkier stuff in here pretty much. So I got like some Milwaukee gloves, some heat sleeves. So for when you're reaching in those really hot areas, you don't burn your arm. Like I got my impact tool. I just have like a knife. And, you know, it's all like safety equipment, bigger, bulkier stuff like that. Chargers, tape, that kind of stuff. I got like this. You know, I have some sort of first aid kind of stuff. And then I have another. This is a Torx set. So we have external torque, security torques, regular torques, we got everything. And then this is my bit collection. So this is like a, I don't know, million piece bit set. And the top left drawer is just gonna be all my like more drive tools. So I have my 1/2-inch drive ratchet, we have like crescent wrenches, oil filter tools, just stubby 3/8 bit ratchet, 1/4-inch drive ratchets, another 3/8, we have wobbly sockets, and then oil filter sockets. Below that is my pliers drawer. Got, I have a nice little starter Cornwell set, which are these Blue Point add-ons, which are these larger dikes, which are pretty awesome, and then side cutters. And then clip tools, you know, long reach. We have some vice grips. These are Milwaukee. These are super sweet. These Milwaukee, like, torque locks. I love these. Hose pliers, and yeah, that kind of thing. And then this is more my automotive drawer. So we do have some wrenches in here. This is a pretty miscellaneous set. It's mostly AutoZone. So these are actually pretty decent. They're Duralast. I actually like them. I think they're pretty good quality for the price. They come out to like $1 a wrench, and they haven't done me wrong so far. But I go up to 24. 24 is for my Sure Shot, primarily for that guy. And there are also plenty of 24s, and yeah, it's not really a full set. I am missing some things, but I'm working on it. Snap-on 10mm, and then the 11 is just like a Pittsburgh. The rest are like Duralast and stuff. And then I do have some gear wrench ratcheting combination wrenches. And the rest is kind of similar to my automotive drawer at home, just with different stuff. So this is like a battery puller, O2 sensor socket, feeler gauges. We have some test leads, spark tester. I've got a little small micro torch in here. We got hose pinchers, files, hose pick tools, rolling pry bars, and then this guy. But this is a gear wrench serpentine belt tool kit. So pretty good deal here. Kind of adjustable, but yeah, you get that and get in weird places and get that serpentine belt tensioner off. The really expensive drawer, power tool drawer. I also keep my hammers because they don't really fit anywhere else. So between these 4 hammers, I'm pretty convinced I can get everything done. So I have a brass hammer for hitting hard metal. That's important without damaging it. Dead blow mallet, that's important for hitting stuff softly. Smaller hammer, 24 ounce. Yeah, 24 ounce and then 40 ounce. 40 ounce, I mean, that will really blast a lot of stuff pretty hard. I mean, it's next to a sledgehammer. I don't know if you can do a whole lot better. Digital tire gauge, tire inflator, drill bits, and a drill. My impact, this is a pretty bad boy. This thing's been actually pretty beastly. Haven't had any trouble with it. Cornwell CT4050, CAT 4050. Snap-on 3/8 impact. Part of the 14.4 volt series. Same with this. My only complaint about this is I wish it was smaller and more compact, like a screwdriver should be, but whatever. Oh, and the die grinder, of course. This is a Husky. This thing's been pretty beastly. It's like $60. And then in the bottom, we just have like my Sure Shot. We have a fluid sucker, which is actually really handy. This is totally necessary if you're going to be working on cars. Suck some fluid out of a brake fluid reservoir. I have my brake pedal depressor. Literally it just like goes like that, and then you slide that up against the seat and it holds the brake pedal down so you can check brake lights, funnels, chargers, that kind of thing. But yeah, that about sums it up. I mean, nothing super special, but I believe I can get a lot of jobs done out of these 2 carts pretty efficiently. I consider that to be about right on the money as far as what you want to buy as a beginning technician. I'd say I'm about $3 grand total in everything you saw in this video. Probably a little over that, to be honest. Alright, I can talk about tool frugality for days, and it drives me absolutely nuts when I see new technicians come in and they spend like 5 to 10 grand on the Snap-on truck. They go in debt for these huge starter sets. They get full socket, all this stuff, and like, sometimes they're starting as lube technicians. And I mean, it's just, you don't need that many tools. And so everything that I bought was kind of as per needed basis or looking towards the future. There is some stuff in there that just wasn't used as much, but almost everything there I made a very conscious and frugal choice to buy, especially paying the price that I did. And so whether that's a student discount or some kind of deal through Snap-on, or buying them used off of a repo truck through a tool truck, etc. I'm always looking for deals. I don't think it's necessary to buy brand new or incredibly high-end stuff, especially if you're starting out. I mean, a lot of these guys, I mean, working at the Toyota dealership, I know there's some people in there that were hugely in debt that don't even work on cars anymore. And so just don't get tantalized by all the tools, and make sure when you're buying a tool, make sure it's something you need for work and it's not a toy. I don't think there's any reason to spend huge amounts on certain things. For example, my roll cart, you know, those are $200. One from Snap-on or the tool truck is probably $500 to $1,000. And I mean, it's insane. I mean, there are people who literally buy Snap-on toolboxes and then have Harbor Freight tools in there. And I think that's backwards. I think the tools are what really matter. The storage just needs to be able to lock and hold your tools for a while. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This is basically my starter setup, and maybe it'll give you some ideas on the kind of things you might want or need. Anyway, thank you, and I will see you soon.